Okay. So here we are again for another popcorn review. This time, hopefully, I have my window open. Hopefully it's not too much noise, but it's incredibly hot out today. And just sitting in my car with all the windows up and everything, I would probably die. It's a very hot day today. So we're here for another popcorn review. Got my popcorn with my Doctor Strange tin, which I still have not seen, but as of today they announced that it's going to be on Disney Plus this month, so maybe the next one of these will be for that. I actually had plans to talk about a couple different movies that I watched recently from 2022 before I did this one, but I just haven't gotten to them yet. I still plan on doing it. They're not timely releases anyway, so it doesn't really matter when I get them out as long as it's out this year. Not that anyone's waiting on pins and needles for it. But, sorry, some pollen flying in. But yeah, so today I want to talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Or at least the first half of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So this was a show that was probably my most anticipated show or anything when it came to new Star Wars. So, Star Wars is my favorite thing ever. Obi-Wan Kenobi is my favorite character. So when they announced the Obi-Wan show, it was all I wanted, just because I really wanted to see the actors from the prequels kind of get another shot to play these characters with better scripts. Because look, I am a fan of the prequels, but they're not amazing. Visually, design-wise, yes. The scripts, very much not so. So I always wanted to see them get an honest shot, or a redemption. And so far, it's been everything I've wanted it to be. So it's going to be really hard to talk about this without spoilers. So to just get the spoiler-free section out of the way, I'm really loving it. I think the acting is fantastic. I really like my Star Wars sad. When I came into it, I very much wanted to show me Obi-Wan stewing in his sadness. That's all I really wanted to see. And I think that's why Rogue One is also one of my favorite Star Wars movies, because the theme of Rogue One is hope, but it's a downer of a movie. Everybody dies at the end, and they do a good thing, but they don't make it out of it. And Obi-Wan, we know the fates of these characters. Every main character in the show, we know what their deal is. We know where they end up. So I saw someone say that there's kind of no tension in the show because I know where these characters are going to go. And I tried to watch it with that in mind, because I watched the first episode, I really liked it, and then that comment was made to me. So I went into the second episode and third episode with that in mind, and I didn't really bump into it. I still think the tension is well crafted. I also try to look at it if I was watching it for the first time, and I didn't, if I was watching everything in order and I didn't know, I think the tension still works, especially in episode 3. There's a lot of really great tension. God, it is really bright out. There's a lot of really great tension in those episodes, and I think it works. I know Obi-Wan makes it out of the series. We know what happens with Darth Vader. But I'm along for the ride. And they're taking me on a really good ride. The show looks really good. They are using the hell out of the volume, the set that they shoot it in. I'm all in on Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's so far on track, if it maintains this quality, to be my favorite Star Wars anything. And I really hope it does keep it up. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for spoiler-free, because I don't know if I can really talk details without spoiling anything. So, I will say, I think Reva has been great. The Inquisitor hunting Obi-Wan. I know the actress is getting Moses Ingram, I think her name is. She's been getting a lot of flack online for just being black and existing, and to those people, F you. Try to keep it clean. You're terrible. You're not a Star Wars fan. Swerve. You're just racist or misogynist. You're not even giving these things a chance. Full stop. She's been great. Even people I know that have been watching it that aren't like super into analyzing movies and stuff like I am, they've loved her and thought she was awesome. And I heard that opinion before I saw people complaining about her. So, make fun of me being fat, shoving my face while talking on a video that no one's watching. That's fine. Still doesn't change the fact that you're complete garbage. Alright. Let's get into the show. So, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I kind of just thought it would be Obi-Wan in hiding on Tatooine, and Inquisitors show up, and he has to run off Tatooine to hide from them, and it would be him and the Inquisitors, and Vader would show up to some degree. It has been that, but it's been so much more than that I did not expect. We saw young Luke in the trailer, so we knew he was going to be in it. I did not even contemplate seeing young Leia. And as someone who just had a baby girl in January, that has hit me in a really good place. Like, this is for me. I want to see this man protect this little girl. And she's adorable. She's very believable as a young Leia. She's feisty. I see some people complaining and be like, oh, she's annoying. Have you ever been around a 10-year-old? Like, they're pretty annoying. So she's incredibly believable. She's, like, smart, but not written like an adult, which I really like. Like, I believe this is just a really smart kid who grew up in royalty, so she's going to be a little more well-spoken than other 10-year-olds. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Leia to be in it, let alone to be as crucial to the story as she is. Obi-Wan having to go save her from kidnapping, I never would have seen that coming. And I know a lot of people are worried about that breaking continuity. She didn't know Obi-Wan. She never met Obi-Wan. If you go back and watch that original movie, and I saw this described really well as Ben Kenobi is the sunglasses to Obi-Wan. It's the Clark Kent to Obi-Wan Kenobi's Superman. Like, it shouldn't make sense, but it just, nobody knows they're the same person. So, in the show, she knows she's being saved by Ben Kenobi. I'm assuming years later she doesn't realize Obi-Wan Kenobi is Ben Kenobi. And if you go back and watch the message in the movie, it doesn't conflict with anything that's happened in the show so far. And then if you look at the scene where she escapes the prison, when Luke Skywalker says, I'm here with Ben Kenobi, she goes, Ben Kenobi, where? Like, so, hey, you came and rescued me as a child, now you're here to rescue me again. Like, that tracks. To me, the bigger issue here is they killed the Grand Inquisitor, who is a character who is very much alive in Star Wars Rebels that takes place like 4 or 5 years after this. So to me, that's the thing where I'm like, he's not really dead, is he? Because that could be a problem. Like, I'm waiting for that to be addressed. And as of episode 3, they have not addressed that yet. I'm going to wait until the end of the show before I pass a huge judgment on that. But, yeah, I really like the dynamic between Obi-Wan and Leia. It's not something I thought I would see. And it's been incredibly well crafted. Ewan McGregor is crushing it. I love sad Obi-Wan. Like, I love in the first episode of, like, the rogue Jedi finding him. And Obi-Wan just like, if you want to survive, take that lightsaber and bury it. And just, the war's over. We lost. And I love seeing that. And, there's even this idea that he says he needs to train Luke, but you're not even sure if he believes that. Just that, like, oh, well, of course he needs to be trained, but is he even up for it yet? And, I think the show is going to be the journey of how we get defeated, sad Obi-Wan to the Obi-Wan in A New Hope, where he's anxious to train Luke. If you're watching the first episode, the second they say his name, I can only assume we will see Liam Neeson before the end of the show as a Force ghost. I would really like to see more Qui-Gon in any way, shape, and form. They did announce recently that they're doing, Tales of the Jedi? They're doing an animated series, and Liam Neeson's returning for that. So, the door's already open for him to work with them. So, 1,000% he's going to be in it. Some fun cameos. Zach Braff playing the alien in the third episode, I didn't pick up on. And then Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers being one of the bounty hunters. Did not catch that. I'm not someone who generally knows who musicians are, so that one kind of passed over me, but that was fun when I found out. Trying to think if there's anything else before I get to the good stuff. The action in the show has been really good. I really like in the second episode watching Ewan McGregor fight without a lightsaber and fight with a gun, which Obi-Wan not very good with a gun, because why would he be? He's always used a lightsaber forever, and he is clearly not using the Force anymore, so he's not proficient in anything. I mean, we'll obviously see him get better at everything again, I assume. It is a show that takes place in the darkest time of Star Wars, but has to kind of lead into hope. So I'm anxious to see how they get there. Kumail Nanjiani is amazing in episode 2, and the perfect role for him, playing this con man pretending to be a Jedi. He's great. I hope that's not the last we see of him, but I feel like it probably will be. And I know we have Ice Cube's kid, O'Shea Jackson Jr., still to come, and I wonder what he's going to be doing. I think he's great. Looking at him on social media, he's clearly just a big nerd. But I really liked him in Straight Outta Compton, and Ingrid Goes West is a really good movie he's in. Really curious to see what he's going to be doing. But yeah, so far, most of the episodes have been, episode 3, most of it's pretty low-key, until the last 15 minutes. Which I did not expect. We would see Obi-Wan and Vader already. We get the round 1 fight between them at the end of episode 3, and it's everything I wanted it to be. I'm still a little iffy on the continuity of Vader and Obi-Wan having multiple confrontations after episode 3. It'll work because, and I had a bit of a hiccup. Apparently my phone sitting on a hot dashboard gets hot, and then the phone tells you can't use it anymore if it's too hot. So sorry about that little hiccup. I'm just going to wrap it up real quick then. Obi-Wan and Vader. I didn't expect to see it so soon, but I love it, and I love that Vader just kind of trounces him, and, we're going to obviously see Obi-Wan have to rise up and take him on for real. I am worried about the continuity of that, but if you go back and watch episode 4, the only reference is, surely Obi-Wan must be dead by now, and that, I haven't seen him since. They don't say since when. I think it'll be fine no matter how they play it out, but it's been awesome. I really enjoy these first 3 episodes, the first half of the show. If this keeps up, it'll be my favorite Star Wars thing ever. At least with the phone in my hand, I can find a better angle. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this. First 3 episodes have been great. I look forward to the next 3. I literally can't wait for the next one. I am just re-watching the first 3 and then watching other Star Wars stuff in the meantime, just trying to live in the moment and enjoy it. This has maybe been my favorite thing Disney has done with Star Wars since The Last Jedi and Rogue One. But it, remains to be seen how the rest is going to go. I'm anxious, to say the least. But thank you for watching. be sure to like and subscribe if you want, all that stuff. But yeah, let's ride off into more Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm here for it.